Bravi tutti, la macchina era...
Perfetto.
Secondo me sì.
Puoi dirlo, perfetto.
Secondo me era perfetta. Non saprei cos'altro fare.
Yes, the car was really perfect. Ideal balance. But the pole position didn't come. Coppola pole, Fraboni P2, Naska P3 with 0.4 of a second from pole. But then, why did I get those 0.4 of a second if the car was perfect? Well, because you also have to drive the car. And Coppola and Fraboni drove it better than I did. Okay, but how did they do it? They are more prepared than me, having done more testing and more training even in the simulator. That means I have no chance against them in the race. Right? No, you don't! Because we studied like crazy the telemetry to find out where I'm losing all the time. And that's only one spot of the track. The S. Which, by the way, is one of the points where I usually get really fast with the GTs. That's crazy, huh? And I'll tell you why. While with the GT, you try to take the curb on the right to lean and widen the entry, and then you go in, and then you use the gas to change the direction without exaggerating, because if you unbalance the rear end, the GT is very heavy and you lose time, and then you try to do the second corner flat out. With the Formula 4, everything has to be done differently. First of all, the curb on the right, you don't even have to touch it, because it puts you off balance. Second, you have to give the gas very early, even before the left-hand curve. After which, you have to make the change of direction by exaggerating it, giving a lot of throttle, because the Formula 4 is so light that you don't lose the rear. And in fact, you have to exaggerate to make the rear rotate. Not only did I figure out where to make up most of the gap, but more importantly, I did fewer laps in qualifying. And given the heavy wear and tear of this weekend in these tires, I will also have fresher rubber. This is going to be a wonderful day, isn't it? Well, not really, I would say.
Una giornata meravigliosa.
Yeah, because it's 36 degrees outside and I have to shoot 3 races in 4 hours. This race 1 will answer many questions. First of all, by fixing the chicane, will I be able to go as fast as the others? Okay, ready to go? We just wait for the green flight at the back of the grid, and I just have to pull out my best possible start. Because if I can just pass Fraboni and maybe even Coppola, that's going to change the outcome of the race. Let's see what I can do. Incredible start, look at that, I go on the left, I can overtake Coppola, he closes the door so I can go on the right, he's closing the door again, you can't do it, what is he doing? What was that? I can't believe it!
Attenzione, caos subito con Naska, mi sembra proprio lui che è stato costretto a uscire di pista per evitare un contatto.
He just pushed me off track, like crazy. He even went himself off track. And I lost all the position. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I have to regain all the positions now. The race is destroyed. I can't believe it. I re-entered P10, now MP9.
È fuori di testa, raga, ma mi ha buttato fuori, per favore. Abbiamo anche il video.
That was really bad maneuver. I just don't know what to say. I did the best start of the year. I passed Fraboni. I was going to pass Coppola on the left. He closed the door, so I went to the right. He closed the door again, and 2 changes of direction is already irregular. At that point, he kept bringing me to the right so much that I went on the grass and he went on the grass as well. Now, I honestly don't think it was with a bad intention. I just think that this is the typical rush that you have when you're 15 years old. It feels like he was so focused on looking at the mirror to see where my car was that he completely forgot that we have a left turn. So he pushed me off track, but he went as well off track. Whatever, in Italian we said, all good what ends well. Luckily, I lifted my foot. I didn't keep the throttle down on the grass. Otherwise, I would have risked losing the rear and coming back on the track perpendicularly. And, well, I just don't want to think about it. Now, the race is messed up. I just have to do my best to recover as many positions as possible. You can't see the anger that I have in my helmet, but I can guarantee you that I'm really angry now. I must overtake the car in front of me, but it's not going to be an easy overtake.
Alberto, calmo, ragiona, abbiamo il tempo di recuperare.
Yeah, I know we have time, but all the time that I'm losing now, it's time that I will not be able to recover from the leader. So I need to get him past as soon as possible because I'm just losing time now. So let's try to have a better exit from Roma. Let's try to take all the slipstream that I can. Flat out. Let's not think about the downforce that I will lose in the Curvone. The car will hold. The car will hold. Just trust the car. Flat out now. Let's try to seek from downforce in the inside, and now let's try to pull a hard braking now in the Cimini. Boom! Like this. Come on. This is just the first. Okay, so I lost so much time that I don't see the leader anymore. Whatever, now that I have free air in front, I can do hammer time to see if I have the same pace of the leaders.
Naska deve assolutamente recuperare per non perdere troppi punti.
Molto più veloci del gruppo in testa.
Naska si è sbarazzato di Cosimo Antoniello, adesso è riuscito a realizzare nel precedente passaggio il giro record della gara, 37,1. Il prossimo obiettivo si chiama Mauro Simoni, sono tutti lì come vedete. E vedete qui Naska che mette nel mirino Gilardoni perché ha scavalcato Mauro Simoni, Alberto Naska.
In front of me there's my friend Gilardoni. I see him struggling, so no, not here. It was, I mean, too much. Okay, now I should prepare the final corner to get the best possible toe and overtake him before Cimini maybe. Look at this, he went too much wide, so I can accelerate earlier and I have better traction in the exit, and now it's all about the slipstream. Let's see if he fixed the engine problems he had yesterday. He's a bit slow on the straight, so I can try to attack him in the inside in the Curvone. That's really scary to go. We are side by side with my wheel, 230 kilometers an hour, and that's it. Come on, I knew it. Now that I fixed the chicane, I have the same pace as the leader.
E se si fanno i primi 9, veloci, vai.
Si va al semaforo, ancora bloccaggio e sì, lì. Anche Naska 36,9 nel precedente passaggio che si trova 1 secondo e 7 da Luca Casarin.
Attenzione, numero 78.
E questo è un colpo di scena.
E quindi penalità di 25 secondi per coppola. Sono tantissimi, 25 secondi.
Gara compromessa.
Okay, I'm literally flying. Now there is Casarin in front of me. We had a nice battle in Varano. I don't know if you remember it from the second race of the season. Now, let's see if and where I can overtake him. Now, I'm doing faster than him here on the braking. And look at this, he went wide, so I can try to accelerate in the exit and try to pass him in this corner. He covers the inside, and now look at this. I will try to cross the line. That's going to be an easy overtake. Look at this. What did I tell you? That was a great overtake. I knew it. The crossing the line worked as charm. The thing is that when you're fighting on track, you need to know exactly how your car works. Because, for example, these Formula 4 do not have the self-locking differential. And what does that mean? It means that when you're doing a very tight corner, the rear inside wheel tend to lift a little bit. So if in that moment you accelerate too hard, the inside rear wheel starts to spin, but being the differential not self-locking, the outside wheel completely loses traction. Therefore, you get stuck at the corner exit and the inside wheel wears a lot. So when I saw that Casarin was going for a very tight line, I immediately understood that it would have been stuck in the exit. So I went for the outside, I crossed the line, straight steering wheel, throttle down, and I passed him like charm. Now, if we were racing with the Formula Predator or with the Midget, which doesn't have the differential, everything is fixed in the rear, well, maybe he would have stayed in the front. Come on, come on, come on, come on, I'm really in the flow. Now I can see Paniccia and Mariani in front of me, which are fighting hard. And the thing is that I saw them locking up the tires many times, and that means they probably have a flat spot. And not only they're losing time or battling, they're also be going this low in corners because of the flat spots. Let's see what happens now in the Campagna. Look at that. Look, that's a massive flat spot. I can guarantee you that now their car is undrivable. They are fighting wheel by wheel. They are losing time. Mariani and Paniccia. So I can easily catch them. The thing is that, okay, the overtake is not going to be easy because when there are two cars fighting, it's going to be a hard overtake, but I have 10 minutes so I can easily prepare it without taking any risk. Look at how much time I already gained. Look at Paniccia, another lockup on the same flat spot. He probably has the wires coming out. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! I can't believe it!
Lo sapevo.
I knew it. It was 3 laps that they kept locking up the front tires. That meant flat spots, undrivable car, and impossible to brake properly. So I would have catch them for sure, but overtaking them, well, it would have not been that easy. Because you know, when you're faster than one car, you can overtake him easily. But when there are 2 cars fighting, that's a lot more difficult. What can I say? Thank you, I bring it home, but now we're expecting a safety car. Woo!
Attenzione, contatto incredibile, contatto con Mariani e Paniccia coinvolti, e Paniccia è costretto al ritiro. La rabbia.
Ferma a bordo pista, non viene esposta il cartello di safety car al momento.
Paniccia è fermo ma non c'è safety. Come no?
Ad approfittarne è chiaramente Alberto Naska, che di fatto va a conquistare in questo momento la seconda posizione alle spalle di Patrick Fraboni, rimediando sicuramente dopo un avvio di gara che l'ho visto involontario protagonista di quell'episodio con Francesco Pio Coppola, il quale è stato penalizzato con 25 secondi dalla direzione gara. Scacchi dunque che va a sancire il successo di Patrick Fraboni, che va a precedere Alberto Naska e Lorenzo Mariani. Saranno questi piloti dunque a salire sul podio.
Pazzesco raga, la vincevamo, ne avevo di più. Vabbè raga, minchia quanto ho tirato i primi. Mi piace Albi, poteva essere una gara molto buona, hai fatto una partenza fenomenale, è stato bravissimo.
Ha fatto una partenza fenomenale. Giustizia è stata fatta.
Tutta brutta la manovra. Bella gara.
Cosa hai fatto?
Cosa ha fatto quell'altro? Ero lì che li stavo prendendo, ho detto adesso li passo facile perché avevano tutte e due spiattellato malamente, no? Non ho fatto in tempo a passarli che si sono autoeliminati. Sì, ma facevano dei bloccaggi da tela, secondo me alle tele. What can I say? I don't think there's anything else to say. We could have really won the race. And even if we hadn't won it, I still could have stayed ahead of Fraboni and shortened the standings in the championship. But instead, he stretched another 5 points ahead of me. And this becomes his 3rd consecutive win. You know, it sucks, but These are the races though. And indeed, let's look at the bright side. I didn't do any damage, I didn't get hurt, and I made an epic comeback by finishing second. Now, let's think about race 2. Race 2 will have the reverse grid of the top 6. Naska will start P5, Fraboni P6, Coppola P7, having finished 7th with the penalties took in race 1. All the 3 of us are close again, but this time I start ahead of them and can really aim to win. Also because I'm about to play the wild card that I don't think anyone else will play.